Yes, they're making a film of him now, actually. Universal Pictures are... Well, at least there's talk of it. They've made a script and they've sold the idea of this crazy person who rips through American politics. And
So at the same time, my collected works are coming out, you know, in the fall, a huge book. So I'm really in the way as a person, and the myth is taken over. And I find myself, in an appendage. I'm not only no longer necessary, I'm in the way. It'd be much better if I died. Then people could take the myth and make films. But I have no choice. I have to solve this problem. So I suppose that my plans are to figure out some new identity. You know, I have to kill off one life and start another one.
Hollywood will be the last resting place of the old Hunter Thompson. Hollywood, the city built on myths and fantasies, the ideal place to bury his old image. He has a date there anyway in 2 days' time to meet the scriptwriter from Universal Pictures, who's going to turn him into a fictional character in a multi-million-dollar epic. The trip could be a chance to exorcise the past, as Hunter and Ralph travel to Hollywood via Las Vegas. In the books, Raoul Duke's adventures are financed with stolen credit cards, or by the simple expedient of skipping without paying the bill. This time, Hunter and Ralph are traveling on BBC expenses.
I had a word with Nadia today about the $60 a day limit.
We could get more than that.
Yes.
Like 160.
Yeah.
But we might like that.
If you can supply a reasonable reason why you should go over $60 a day.
I'm not talking about going over, I'm talking about getting $60 a day.
BBC are in fact the biggest rip-offs. They're marvelous at it. They're exceptionally good. Because they tell people what the terms are. And it's take it or leave it. So if it's take it or leave it, it has to be a rip-off, doesn't it?
We were somewhere around Barstow on the edge of the desert when the drugs began to take hold. I remember saying something like, I feel a bit lightheaded, maybe you should drive. And suddenly, there was a terrible roar all around us, and the sky was full of what looked like huge bats, all swooping, screeching, and diving around the car, which was going about 100 miles an hour with the top down to Las Vegas. And a voice was screaming, "Holy Jesus, what are these goddamned animals?" Then it was quiet again. My attorney had taken his shirt off and was pouring beer onto his chest to facilitate the tanning process. "What the hell are you yelling about?" he muttered, staring up at the sun with his eyes closed and covered with wraparound Spanish sunglasses. Never mind," I said. "It's your turn to drive." I hit the brakes and aimed the great red shark toward the shoulder of the highway. No point mentioning those bats, I thought. The poor bastard will see them soon enough.
I'd like to ask you why you use drugs.
Different drugs for different things. Right now, I think it's in my interest, in ours perhaps, maybe in the interest of the greater good, for me to smoke a joint and calm down. It's been demonstrably proven that temper tantrums are not the best way to do interviews, and probably my life will be easier and yours too if I smoke a joint. Now, if I were to sit here in a fit of anger and you saw me eating acid, if I were you, I'd leave with all the equipment. That cranks it up even worse.
The important thing in Hunter's life actually is seeing that great country, that amazing sort of rolling place, go down the drain. The drugs play a part in it. Is only another way of twisting the mental image, if you like. I don't know. Maybe he actually needed something maybe to speed himself up to keep it going. In a way, it's a kind of a dedication, just in order to see what he wants to see.
What are we marking?
9:60 o'clock.
Oh, no, God. Help us, Jesus. Why does this happen at the end? Oh.
I think going to Las Vegas is going to be a rather strange feeling for him, because he's going to feel a little apprehensive about going back to something that perhaps he might want to forget. Well, Las Vegas does represent about the ultimate in what you can do if you've got endless amounts of money, or if you haven't and you can go there and win it. It's the sort of pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Strange memories on this nervous night in Las Vegas. 5 years later? 6? It seems like a lifetime. Or at least a main era. The kind of peak that never comes again. History is hard to know because of all the hired bullshit. But even without being sure of history, it seems entirely reasonable to think that every now and then, the energy of an entire generation comes to a head in a long, fine flash. For reasons that nobody really understands at the time, and which never explain in retrospect what actually happened. You could strike sparks anywhere. There was a fantastic universal sense that whatever we were doing was right, that we were winning. We had all the momentum. We were riding the crest of a high and beautiful wave. So now, less than 5 years later, you can go up on a steep hill in Las Vegas and look west. And with the right kind of eyes, you can almost see the high water mark. That place where the wave finally broke and rode back.
Tonight, I again proudly accept that nomination for President of the United States. But I have news for you. This time there's a difference. This time we're going to win.
Richard Nixon represents the dark side of the American dream. Richard Nixon stands to me for everything that I would not want to have happen to myself or be around. He stands for everything that I not only have contempt for, but dislike and think should be stomped out. Greed, treachery, stupidity, cupidity, positive power of lying, total contempt for any sort of human, constructive, political instinct. Everything that's wrong with America, everything that this country has demonstrated as a national trait that the world defines repugnant. The bully instinct, the power grab, the dumbness, the insensitivity. Nixon represents everything that's wrong with this country. I mean, down the line. He can't even walk. He walks around with this kind of, how are you? I'm Richard Nixon.
From the article, Fear and Loathing at the Watergate.
Richard M. Nixon, ace track star for Whittier College, held his first press conference today since gangrene had forced doctors to amputate his leg some 5 weeks ago. Expectedly, the first question to Mr. Nixon was, would the loss of a leg in any way impair him from breaking the 3-minute mile as he has claimed he would 4 years ago? In answer to your question, let me say this. Sure, it's tough. The fact that I have only one leg has made it tough on us all. Believe me, no one knows better than me just how hard it has been. But I was elected to this team to break the world record for the 3-minute mile. And this constant obsession of the press with this missing leg business has prevented me from pushing forward with my program. But you've only got one leg, screams Don Rather of CBS. I know that. But let me say this to you.
What's the matter? What is the matter with you? Come on. Open the door.
Day 3, Las Vegas, 12 o'clock noon. We should have left for Hollywood at 9, but Thompson has locked himself in his hotel room. When he finally lets us in, his face is covered in white makeup.
Are you sure you're going to be okay?
I don't know.
Hey, you look terrible. Hey, sit down, something, and anything, but just
I'm
please.
on the phone.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
You might, you're actually well enough to do that. Well, that's good.
Yes.
Can you,
I've been vomiting blood this morning. What? Home. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can speak to Ralph for a second here. Yeah. Tell Sandy just exactly what's been happening.
Just, well, playing around, but it's obviously not. He's just...
I don't recognize anyone anymore.
Yeah. Good. Huh. Yeah.
But I was in no mood or condition to spend another week in Las Vegas. Not now.
Yeah, no, not a
I had pushed my luck about as far as it was going to carry me in this town. All the way out to the edge. And now the weasels were closing in. I could smell the ugly brutes. Yes, it was definitely time to leave. My margin had shrunk to nothing.
Ship just disappearing. Caught back there. Cops behind us anywhere?
No.
The guy behind me is looking at me in a very ugly way.
I feel that, you know, this idea of possibly going to Hollywood, another dream factory, where you can do anything and die on film, and by so doing, possibly have reincarnation, would fascinate Hunter very much, because it's an outrageous idea to go and arrange your own burial.
Listen to that piece of shit.
That's so
Come
lovely.
on, you pigs. I can't get over here. 150 fucking cars. Some asshole in a glass truck. Look at this junk piece of... There's no holes over here. Man, this is a big cocksucker. People wonder why I don't buy American cars. God damn. Listen to that piece of shit. We're never gonna get to all. We won't make it. Keep an eye on the cop a little bit and see if he swings right around.
Yeah, is that right down there?
Right back here, the man the one that's pulled off in front of us and might circle around.
I am.
That's the old Rommel tank trap tactic. Get ahead, then you come in behind them. And he knows I've seen him and he's seen me. Because they really play with you out here. I mean,
Do they?
Oh, it's cat and mouse, yeah.
They just want a game, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's signaling something. Hey, he's right behind me, and I'm going to violate the speed limit now just to test him a little bit. I'll go 75, 80.
What is the speed limit over there?
70. No, oh my God, it's 55. Holy shit, well, no wonder he's following us.
following you, yeah.
I'm going 85.
I think it's really getting off on us now.
Yeah, he is. Maybe you can shake those swine and really run amok. Come over, I'm gonna kill somebody in front. You're too small. I wanna kill somebody larger than you. Oh, stay back, you swine.
Oh, what?
He's turning up, he's going back.
Oh, is he? Oh, dear.
You son of a bitch, you wanted him to come up on us, didn't you bastard? Boy, it's sure good to be in Hollywood, Ralph.
Oh,
It's been a long time since he's been here where we really belong.